will bring my players in just a moment to reintroduce them to you. We're starting on time, which amazes me. And I don't have any announcements or anything, so we may as well head right into it. We might have to do some tech support on some of our players, but that's fine. Hello, okay. We almost have everybody here and on time. It is 7:01 p.m.
We did it, guys.
We did it!
Hi, everybody.
We finally did it.
Sort
Oh,
of.
that's what I need. I have my dice. I don't have my character sheet up. Good lord.
You know, that's fine.
I mean, hey, we're getting there.
We're getting there. So,
Yeah.
do we all remember what happened last week?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Okay.
Went into
Well, okay, Bone Snake. I remember Bone Snake.
I remember us going into Azuth and getting a meeting with one of the dudes and then having him immediately bring us into his zone of truth office.
That's
Yes.
correct. All of this is
Good
correct.
luck with that, guys.
Yeah.
Most
I
of
think
you
I
are
had
in
to
there.
leave before
Hessa
that
and
point.
Mir are not.
Woo!
No.
Yes,
Let's go cause some chaos.
last week, you guys packed up your stuff. You left Saint Haven. You flew across the desert. You had an audience with the Empress of Storms and Light, Naraf, who is Lorelai's mother, as you discovered. And then you headed to Iril. You did a lot last week. You headed to Iril, and reacquired your snake friend, in the
Really
process
sounds-
discovering that she is entirely made of bones. Which
Bone
was
snake.
a little bit spooky for y'all. And then
I mean,
after that,
Temp
you
wasn't.
moved on to Azuth Television and Entertainment, where you got an appointment with the CEO, or one of them anyway. You're not sure. And while waiting for your appointment, Hessa and Mir both snuck off to one of the bathrooms to plot, and while they were gone, Ruvain called you in for the meeting and brought you into his office under a zone of truth.
Can
Let's
you
begin.
Can y'all hear me?
the
Yes.
chat, please, so I can write it down.
Can I what?
Type his name in the chat.
Yes, it's on a nameplate on his desk, so...
Hey.
Quick question. How many sending stones did we have amongst the party? Would we have been able to distribute them in the earlier stages of planning?
Sure. I know Hessa has one, and I know you guys in general, I think Tiska has one, and then you guys just, like, as a group have one.
Okay, because my
Yeah.
thought was we leave one with the group that's doing the interview, hand Mir one and hand Hessa one, because I'm going to be about to be ethereal and a noble to the material plane, so...
Mm.
Fair enough. Okie dokie. Would you guys like to, which group wants to go first? Because we'll swap back and forth between you guys.
I'm-
no.
So, real quick before we do that, I believe I kind of left before that started
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. You had to book it.
because I needed, yeah. Should I just be with the
Yeah.
group in the office? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think I need to roll for resisting the zone of truth.
That is true. It is a charisma saving throw.
I'm good at that, I think. Wait, no, am I? No.
I know that Misa failed.
Yeah, I'm like, who all remembers if they passed or failed? Because I remember Tiska passed.
I remember Misa
We can-
failed. I don't
Misa
remember.
failed.
Oh boy!
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
That's a fail.
Oh boy.
Almost
It's a
certainly.
3 plus 0.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
hard
yeah,
fail,
that
but
was-
you can't lie.
That was Misa's, yeah, basically, yeah.
I know one other person
Yeah,
failed, and I can't
Yes,
remember
someone
who.
else failed, and I don't know if it was Nyx or not.
I think Nyx
I think-
actually rolled well for once,
Oh.
That's
but it
incredible.
might have been Lorelai.
Yes, it was Lorelai.
Okay, Lorelai can't lie. Misa can't lie.
Alright.
Temp can't lie. JD, I have no
Lorelai.
idea if you failed or not.
No, that was just the three of us, because it was initially Misa and Lorelai who could not.
JD did not fail. Zakar used a predictive roll.
Okay. Alrighty. Okie doke.
I'm terrified.
Alright, so let's have you guys go first.
Oh, okay.
You enter the office of, as you see his name written on his desk's nameplate, Ruvain Eldorath Asaris. And he seats himself behind his desk, which is pretty sparse. There is a There's a light, a lamp. You see there's like a couple of little decorative toys, like there's like a Newton's cradle and like some sparkly rocks. They're artfully arranged. And he leans forward and he puts his hands together with his elbows on the desk and he says, "Right, well, what is it you wish to discuss?" Go on, don't be shy.
I think you cut out a little bit because I only heard the first half of that.
What is it you'd like to discuss? That's all he asked.
Mm-hmm. Then he said, "Don't be shy."
Yes.
So, well, we were just, we know you had that whole show with the Rift and the things that came out of that we did kind of end. So we were just wondering if, now that there's a new, there is sort of a new issue that needs to be resolved, arising from that. So we were just wondering if you would be interested in reporting us going around and solving that problem and saving the world.
You know, actually, I am curious. You did not actually bring Azuth's camera into the final rift, and I am curious as to what went on in there. So, yes, I'd be interested, but you'll first have to tell me what exactly the problem is.
Well, how to explain this in a not horrifying entirely manner?
What are you thinking about right now?
I'm kind of debating how much of what we saw in the final rift should be shared. Like, not really actively thinking about any details, just like, how much of that would even be a good idea to just tell anybody in general? Because I feel like if a lot of people knew about that, it would cause mass hysteria.
You could get kind of vague, like not say, "Hey, this is a god-level monstrosity." Just say, like, "Oh, we saw a great beast that was in another plane, and I know it was guarding a great treasure," or "We think it might try to come across our plane. We sealed the rift for now, but we're venturing to get components for a spell to destroy it," or something. Just
As you're contemplating,
where it's enormous and a thing created by gods, but
as you're contemplating, he says, I am quite interested in the prospect of Sakral. Please, don't do that. I would really appreciate if you don't cast spells in my office without my permission. Thank you. As I was saying. Or rather, as you were saying. Go on.
So there was a big old thing in there that would kind of like to wreak some havoc on the world a little bit. And obviously we're very invested in having that not be happening.
As I would
be. And there was a entity in there, a person, I suppose you could say, who was there to stop it from leaking out onto the material plane and causing chaos. So, and that's apparently what the rift had been there for, was kind of like a combination lock sort of thing that we managed to break completely, of course. But there's another way to stop this creature. So he gave us instructions on all the things we had to go find, and put together to stop it from causing some problems.
Fascinating. This entity, I assume, is benevolent, or...
Yeah, I'd say benevolent. Like, yeah. I mean, I didn't, like, get a real hard read off of, like, strong good or evil vibes.
What was it
But,
called?
the big creature thing, or the person there to stop the big creature thing?
Oh, preferably both, if you have information. I'd like to know. As we're doing this, Zachra, what are you thinking about?
Oh dear. Also, I would like to remind everyone that Misa is just sort of incredible. Misa's just
yes.
sort of clacking
Yeah.
around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're a rattlesnake for a little bit.
God.
She is!
I didn't even think about that.
Oh my god!
You have
She's just
temporary
rattling
rattlesnake
around.
abilities.
See, I'm just picturing like the sound the Minecraft skeletons make, just like going the full musical scale from top to bottom as you shift.
No, I'm thinking maraca.
Jesus.
Just clinking together.
No, it would literally be like a rattlesnake, kind of.
I'm kind of getting, like, a rain stick kind of sound.
Yes! Yes! She's just being mildly distracting.
Food, of course. Misa, what are you thinking about as well?
She's fucking confused.
About anything in particular, or...
There wasn't really a fill-in for what happened. Like, that just sort of, she just got a really vague, like, yeah, we might have fucked up, and then nothing. So she's just like, wow. Huh. Okay. Shit. I missed a lot.
Alright. Go on, do you tell him the names of...
I swear we explained all this before.
Nope, it was a general, yeah, we might have fucked up, there might have been a big thing, it's trying to ruin the world.
Do you tell him the names?
I feel like I kind of, like, flounder a little bit, and I'm just like, it was like Emperor something, Emperor of... It was something. Something royalty. King, maybe?
I have to admit I haven't heard of anything of the sort, so forgive me if I don't quite believe everything you say. I feel like if there were such an entity, it would have been detailed somewhere, perhaps, in the long-lasting annals of history.
One would think that, wouldn't you?
I would, yes.
Just like general you, not you specific, but like, yeah. Yeah, you'd think so.
What of the other entity? The one that gave you this instruction?
Yeah, I'm gonna well, can I roll insight first?
Sure.
Let's see.
I believe in you.
Ooh. Tasty. That is a 22.
His face is a mask.
Oh no.
You peer closely at him, but it's just really difficult to read him. You're not sure what you can see.
That's unsettling.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Hmm.
I don't
I feel like this whole conversation is that's unsettling.
Yes.
Oh.
As we're thinking about this, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
did you think about Teed by name?
Oh no.
Probably.
Okay, good to know. Let's pause and go over to Hessa and Mir.
Oh, jeez.
What are you guys doing? Having bathroom adventures?
Is that what the kids call it these days?
That doesn't sound good at all.
Tessa is just making grabby hands at the potion.
Yeah,
She is
so Mia
ready.
pulled out a potion of invisibility and some oil of etherealness and offered the choice to Hessa. She'll hand the potion of invisibility to Hessa with the argument that Hessa is a bit stealthier, so being not seen, she can sneak around better, and Mir will be not seen and not felt and not heard and all that jazz.
Yes.
And we should make sure to kind of like just connect our sending stones to make sure we can talk to each other so that ethereal Mir can still communicate with Hessa.
Yes.
All right.
Tessa downs the potion.
What? Before you do that, Mir like grabs your hand and says, "Okay, before we use any of the potion's duration, what is the plan? Are we just canvassing the place, establishing grid pattern, looking for giant suspicious doors? What's?"
I'm thinking just a general poke at things we're not supposed to poke at, and go indoors that are closed, you know? Just the general make a nuisance of ourselves kind of thing.
Well, we're trying to find what they did with the souls.
I guess we should... How many levels are in this building? Do we know that?
It looks to be 2 in some places, 3 in others.
Oh. And we don't know if there's like a basement.
Potion oil will last an hour each, so we'll have an hour before our magical assistance disappears and we're on our own.
Okay. I feel like this kind of thing happens in like basements, but I feel like that's just, me. That's my
I'm pretty sure you don't happen in basements.
I mean, with a potion of etherealness, I could literally just face through the floor and see if there is a basement.
Sure. That might actually be best if you look at all of the levels and then tell me which one looks sketchiest. And then we head that way.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Alright, okay, so I will take potion of etherealness or rub the oil of etherealness all over my feathers. So I become ghosty. And just do a fast scan of the place as fast as I can. Just zooping around, keeping my eyes peeled for anything. No, actually, before I do the oil of etherealness, I'll do detect magic as a ritual, so that I can have that up while I fly around and see if anything giant pokes out from the material plane into the ethereal magic-wise as well.
Okay, I do want to ask about the potion of etherealness here. What exactly does that do?
It functions as the spell etherealness.
Alright, give me a second to look that one up.
Time for some magic.
Let's see here. You are in the border ethereal. You can see and hear everything in the plane you originate from. Everything is gray. Cannot perceive you and can't interact with you. Okay. All objects and effects that aren't on the ethereal plane have no effect on you. You will reappear to the when the spell ends on the plane you originated from in the spot you currently occupy. I wonder what would happen if you took this and then went through a portal.
Oh no.
Huh.
Why would you
Ominous
say that?
question.
I'm just
I
curious.
feel like I feel like you would just phase through the portal and like be on the other side of the portal, but like on the plane in heavy air quotes that you were on to begin with.
That might do it, yeah. You might just, like, not be able to go through it.
I would assume,
I
yeah.
feel like that would make the most sense.
It
Yeah.
is a 7th level spell.
I mean, yeah, but
Curious.
Oh no.
Am I curious?
Alright. Neat. Okay. So,
Yeah. So the main difference is this only lasts an hour.
yeah. Instead of 8 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, the spell lasts up to 8 hours. It's absurd. So, okay. So, your plan is... What are each of you doing at this moment?
So Mir is going to do a detect magic ritual, and then smother herself in the oil, and do like a quick scan about, and basically tell us if I don't report back in 10 minutes, swig the invisibility potion and do your own investigation. I'll keep in touch with the sending stone.
Hessa is waiting
Alright.
and probably looking around the bathroom to see if there's anything to grab.
See, there's a slight problem with that.
No.
Oh.
While on the ethereal plane, you can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane. Creatures that aren't on the ethereal plane can't perceive you, and you can't interact with them. Unless a special ability or magic is given the ability to do so. I don't know if that means sending stones would work.
Well, sending works across planes. That's how I
does.
contacted Misa.
What is... Let's look at this definition for special. Well, apparently it's a...
It's me. I'm
unusual
special.
rules governing its use as
You are-
explained in the weapon's description. That doesn't help me.
What does the DM want?
Yeah, that's I think that's DM rule.
Here's what I'm gonna say. No, not because the stone doesn't transmit, but because your voice can't be perceived. You are effectively like a ghost.
Interesting.
And if you
Okay.
gave a ghost a telephone, it still wouldn't work.
Is this like those books? It was like if you give
Yeah.
a
If
moose a
you give a
muffin.
ghost a telephone, yeah.
Gonna check a thing real
If you
quick.
give a ghost a telephone,
I think.
sounds like an adorable book.
Give a ghost a telephone, he's gonna prank call the shit out of a bunch of people, and you're gonna get a lot of very angry phone calls the next day.
Oh my god.
I
But
I
yeah,
guess
if you have
we-
other information that could clear this up, absolutely hit me.
Well, I guess we could just split up. I feel like that's a bad idea, but we could.
I was gonna ask if do the sending stones make any kind of like I don't like signal besides having noise come out of them?
Well, I was gonna
that-
say so for I mean I don't know if maybe the sending stones themselves work differently, but for sending the spell, it says you send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes the sender if it knows you, etc. It doesn't say I need to speak or they need to hear. So maybe if I use the spell slot,
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I know if
Yeah.
that's different than the stones.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, sure,
Stone.
actually.
Thanos, is that
Since
you?
you're not actually producing...
Also-
Okay, yeah.
Also, I have a question.
Yo.
Misa couldn't speak when the first.
Everything
sending
has gone
message was
quiet. Did
returned.
something happen?
Yeah, that's on your end. Oh, well, I don't know why I thought you'd hear that.
Misa couldn't speak. Was that Pashini answering the sending message? Because Misa could not speak. She didn't have the stuff.
No, because at this... Actually, yeah, that's a good point. It'll be the
The
same thing.
stuff.
You just answered by having a mind message, I guess.
Alright.
Mind meld?
That
So,
when I
yeah, I
use
guess they
the
would work.
sending spell, if you as the DM want to rule that the sending stones work a bit differently, understandable, but that we only have the limited communication with the sending spell sort of thing.
That's fair, because the stones make it just, like, free, and technically, I think the stones are only allowed to do it once per day, but I've just never been using that rule.
You can. Yeah.
So what we'll do is take away the limitations for once per day on the stones, but they can't work if you're transmitting from the ethereal plane.
Okay, I'm sorry, my computer froze and I lost
So
everything
they're
from
basically
before
walkie-talkies.
stones something.
Stones don't work. Spell does.
Okay, so I can at least scout and then communicate to Hessa, but Hessa can't communicate back to me because she doesn't have sending.
I think it's sending you can answer the message. Oh no, that might be message. Jesus Christ.
So many spells.
So many spells that do similar but not quite the same things.
Let me look up sending.
Oh yeah, sorry. This creature can hear the message in its mind, recognize you as a sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately.
Yes.
But I would still have to initiate the contact because I have the spell.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I mean, that
can
still works.
ethereal scout, and then let Misa know, or not Misa, Hessa know what I find.
Yes.
Yeah, wrong snake.
Alright, yeah, that'll work just fine.
Cool. Hessa is waiting and looking for stuff to take because she doesn't like Azuth.
You're in the bathroom. It's a nice bathroom.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta say, it's one of those like really classy bathrooms.
Mir just comes back to see Hessa with like a bundle of freehand towels and toilet paper that she's scrounged up.
Yeah, it's one of the
Okay,
ones where
yeah.
like you go in and there's like a chandelier and you're like, damn. There's like a waiting area with couches, and then around the corner through this smaller hallway within the bathroom is the actual bathroom. And it has like fancy sinks and shit.
What does
That's
this chandelier
disgusting.
look like? I shouldn't get distracted by this, but if it's like got little dangly fancy gems and stuff, she's most definitely gonna try and take one of them.
Do you wait for Mir to leave before you start?
Yes.
Okay,
She's not an idiot.
Melee was like, would Mir have thought to tell you not to try taking apart the chandelier in her absence? No, she doesn't quite think as quite into Hessa levels, so she's just off on her ethereal scout while you're eyeing that chandelier.
Yes.
Yes, it is a chandelier with
Remember
all these
that anyone else can walk into the bathroom when they want.
It's a chandelier with all these little clear crystals hanging from it, dangly. Very nice, very pretty.
If there's mints, you should take mints.
There are mints.
She's most definitely taking that entire bowl.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
do
but, like,
want
are
to
they
specify the
buttermints?
chandelier
Are they...
is too high up at the moment for you to reach.
For now.
She'll take the mints, okay? She'll be responsible, I guess.
Okay.
And maybe fancy soaps if she can find any.
And there's just the normal soap.
Aw.
I mean, like,
Okay.
it is fancy, but it's, like, in a dispenser. You can't really steal
Okay.
that, unless you steal the whole dispenser, and then it's gonna leak.
Fine, she won't. But she's gonna steal all the mints, including the bowl.
Okay. You have
That's good, Misa. That's good, Hessa. Misa would be proud of you if she knew what you were doing.
glazed ceramic bowl.
Yes.
With mints.
Okay.
Yeah.
With so many
She'll
mints.
wait. She'll try and look natural in a bathroom, whatever.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Here, what are you
I
doing?
also attempt to look natural in a bathroom.
So I am going to basically just fly around doing a quick circuit of the floors through the walls, and then checking to see if we have a basement.
Okay. It's gonna take you a little bit of time. You can do a circuit of the ground floor of this building. It appears to be mostly offices and then a couple of shooting stages, like newsrooms. Roll perception.
Yep. $15?
Okay. Yeah, you take a look through some of these newsrooms. One of them is actually being used to shoot a broadcast at the moment, and everything you hear comes through like faintly muffled, with hints of static around the edges of the words, but you can hear it. They're talking about just like a minor festival in a town somewhere near the Great Plains. It's not that interesting. I mean, it is if you're interested in the culture of small towns near the Great Plains, but other than that, it's not super cool. You continue onwards. Aside from the stages and the offices, there's not a whole lot on the the main floor. Oh, though you do see a cafeteria area, like a really nice one. Like it's got all the furniture in it's actually upholstered, and there's like a couple different sort of venues. It looks rather like a very upscale food court, but it's quiet. And it also has a door opening onto what looks like an interior courtyard of the building that contains a very large garden, very large and well-tended to garden. You can see there are fully grown trees standing in it, and several pathways that run through the whole thing. There are some benches. You actually see someone is sitting. One of the employees is sitting on one of those benches, eating something that they probably got in the cafeteria, just sitting there listening to the birds. There are bird feeders.
Fancy, but not what I am looking for. Next floor up.
Okay. You had one floor up. It's probably been about 10 minutes already. As you get, it takes a while to do a circuit of a floor. Next floor up. A significant portion of it is actually taken up with the upper rigging areas of those same shooting stages. So some of it's inaccessible because it's just the roofs of those rooms. Otherwise, it seems to be more offices and then editing rooms where people are handling like footage touch-ups and whatnot.
Alright. Next floor up. Which I think is the last one up.
Appears to be a couple other offices and then like an observation deck almost, looking out over that central garden. While you're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the other group. The folks who are interacting with Ruvain. You were last asking him, or rather he was asking you about Teed. Yes, JD. Is the elf dude a dragon? I can't tell you that.
Is the dragon dude an
Interesting
elf?
question.
Interesting question indeed.
So, we did a bunch of research after we came out of the rift, and like none of us had ever heard of Teed, and like we didn't find anything about Teed in like books or anything.
Teed, interesting.
Like trying to remember.
Are you
Like,
saying that out loud?
No, I'm asking you as a player, asking you to the DM.
Yes, you tried to find it, but there was really nothing. The name wasn't mentioned anywhere.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say out loud that the entity we met was called Teed.
Teed, interesting. I feel like I've heard the name somewhere before, but I don't quite recognize it. I'd have to have someone do some research into the matter, which I would be happy to have them do. So your plan is to follow this entity's instructions, and you're interested in possibly contracting yourselves to Azuth to put this on as a show.
Because I mean, we're gonna be traveling across a good chunk of the material plane, so I mean, I feel that it would be interesting for viewers to just. There's gonna be things happening, I'm sure, fights and non-fight.
Yes, of course.
Going and seeing wild stuff, and I think that would be kind of interesting as at least a temporary replacement for the what happened for the loss of the
Yes.
show and thing.
It certainly will be a slight blow to our programming schedule. Yes, actually, I do find that as a intriguing prospect. Everybody, let's see, who hasn't... Let's see. Hey, Temp, what are you thinking about?
Rocks.
Really?
No. I don't know what would about.
Is Temp thinking about anything?
I mean, he's sort of constantly got like, you know, when you turn on a TV and it's got like that weird static.
Mhm.
It's like elevator music.
He's constantly got that going on.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
Just whatever your current thoughts are, which would include any reactions to the immediate situation.
I'm not sure Temp entirely wants to like sign a contract with somebody about this. Is all that I'm really thinking.
Okay.
Also, Misa
not-
is like rattling slightly more.
And for chat, not only is it only elevator music, it is only smooth jazz.
Nice.
Which is, no, objectively the worst form of jazz.
Oh no, fair, but nice.
Fantastic.
Fantastic for this particular situation.
I feel like the only thing that would be better would be specifically like the song that gets on everybody's nerves,
Or
or
like Kenny G, just in general.
the song that never ends.
Oh,
Stop.
Of course.
Tune it to Temp's brain. It's just we all live in a yellow submarine. He doesn't even know what a submarine is. It's just.
Indeed.
incredible.
I'd love to say that that's what's happening in Tiska's brain is just the song that never ends, but that's not in character. So
That's careless
Alas.
whisper chat, and I don't know. I like that that's how you defined it.
Yeah, that's literally any saxophone solo, though.
No, I don't really think that's true. So,
I mean, except maybe like Flight of the Bumblebee.
Ruvain
Yeah.
glances over you and he says, "No, yes, I would absolutely be amenable to such an idea, though of course I would have to wait till all of your party members are present to draft or sign any sort of contract for another show, and as a couple of them are busy at the moment, it would seem, as they are not present here, we'll have to wait on that."
Can Misa insight check?
Yeah, go sure.
Cool.
You say,
Can
too
I
bad, the
also
lost in the
insight
toilets,
check?
experiencing unspecified gastrointestinal distress. He looks over you and he goes, "That sounds unfortunate."
Incredible. Alright. Alright, Misa. Okay, hold on. Let's see. That is a 24. Come on, Bone Snake.
God, Brahm, you're a hero.
Fucking love Brahm.
Brahm's so
From
good.
the way Ruvain just said that, you think he is aware that your party members are trying to investigate his building without his notice.
Oh!
Oh boy.
You think he knows they're out there.
Oh! Misa stops, rattling suddenly.
He glances over to you and raises an eyebrow.
She
Are
says
you
nothing.
okay?
She's just sort of watching him.
Oh, that makes sense why the couches are there now.
She's just watching him.
Okay.
And because she doesn't have a face, there's no facial expression.
No, but you can read someone's body just fine.
I mean, she stopped mid rattle, but it's also that was more for party than than for Mr. Whatever the fuck over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I turn to Misa and I'm like, "Hey, you okay?
She nods.
Can I roll insight?"
Sure.
I got another 22.
Nice.
So what do I read off of
Golden
Misa's?
Snake.
Yeah.
off of the bone snake.
I mean, clearly she's concerned about something.
Distress.
I gathered that.
Well, I mean, she's not speaking. And with Mr. Man and his zone of truth, she doesn't know it's his zone of truth, but also, why would she talk? She just likes to rattle right now because she wants to be annoying. But she looks she looks upset. Like she just realized something or just saw something that she didn't like at all. Like it's a very distinct oh fuck.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I don't like that.
Don't like what?
I don't like that thump, Falc.
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you.
I feel like you would, though. If you were not you and were in fact us, I feel like you would worry about it.
Well, I can't convince you, so... Well, he looks at all of you and he says, is there anything else you'd like to discuss? I can have Jasmine out front draft up some of the paperwork for you if you'd like to remain around to sign for that. Oh, and while you're at it, we'll throw in the finalization on the rest of your pay for your work for Azuth regarding the rift. Of course, as we did distribute your image, you are entitled to compensation.
That would be fantastic.
Of course. I'll have Jasmine get started on that right away.
That would be...
Misa resumes rattling slightly.
Just get right on started with their paperwork, and I'm sure we will have plenty of time. We will read that over and get back to you on that.
Of course.
For sure.
Misa switches from paladin to bard.
No.
God.
Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
I turn to the party members.
Hair on the table.
Interesting.
Roll perception?
That's what? Excuse
Why would
me?
you- I wanna know why you think there's hair on the table.
Also, why do you want to know?
For Scry.
The elf man's hair. Perception. No, his desk is clean.
You want some of the elf man's hair?
His desk is clean. On it, like I said, there's a Newton's cradle. There's a little, like a Mobius strip looking toy that's kind of floating in place. And there's a couple of sparkly rocks that look like raw gemstones almost. The floor is clean. It looks like it's been recently swept. This office is impeccable.
Going to tic-tac the Newton's cradle.
Yeah. You said it. You said it a tic-tacking.
Oh no. No!
Oh no!
That you monster!
Yeah, that's a crime against humanity right there.
It is!
It would be if this was a person we liked.
Misa looks at it and just... There's an obvious look of just distaste at the sound.
I feel like Tiska has probably, not seen one of these very much, at least. But just pauses to look at it. And it's like, well, that's interesting. Didn't know it did that.
Also, Falc, because I forgot about it since you brought it up, or since Tem brought it up, Misa just has, one of those old Yuan-Ti lullabies playing in her head. Just constantly.
Okay.
Makes her feel better.
Sure. Ruvain, he glances down at the Newton's cradle and then back up at you. He doesn't seem bothered by it. He says, so is that everything?
As far as I know, and I just look around at the rest of the party.
Right, well, let me just get all of your names, please. And he'll fish out a paper with, it's like a, I don't know what these actually look like because I don't work for a television company, but it's like a proposal, kind of.
Whoa.
Like a,
It-
no,
I'm
like
already
a proposal
spoken
form
for.
for like a,
Tim's already spoken for, sorry.
okay.
So is Tinska, but that's not the kind of proposal.
I don't know what that means, Genty. It's like, it's a form that's like, we submit this to be considered for television, blah, 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 blah. And it's like mostly blank, but he takes a pen off his desk and he pushes it forward and he says, if you'd mind just writing out the proposal description for your television idea and putting it there and then signing for it, we would be happy to get that in the works for you.
Does anybody in the party have their own pen?
Zakra does have one that he stole from Levistus, I want to say. Or no, got from Levistus.
Yes. The Levistus pen.
Yes, the Levistus pen.
Pen of Lavista.
Yeah. Nope, shit. Stop! You horrible bastard.
Hey, don't.
God damn it. Okay, we're experiencing some technical difficulties because I was trying to search something on my phone and screwed it up. Oh my lord. Hold up. Hold on a minute. You run this show now. Well, I mean... Can I... Sorry, folks. I'm incapable of using a... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to close out of Discord and reopen it. Technical difficulties. Oh my god, it literally won't. Okay. This is comical.
Sleep.
Oh, there we go.
You're back.
Okay, for some reason, muting myself made that work.
The fuck?
Not
Weird.
sure what's going on there. Okay,
Hey,
where were we? Oh, right, I was trying to search for something. That's why this happened in the first place. Pen.
Yeah, the Levistus pen. And see, Misa sees the pen come out and she just sort of looks at her hands, looks back.
Someone
Oh.
can write your name in for you. Don't worry.
She rattles slightly more aggressively.
rattle me bone. Get in the way.
Hess is not here to say shit.
Pen.
Temp does not trust either, to be fair.
Honestly, Misa is just full of, like, I don't know if I want this emotion.
Speaking of,
So do we have to, like, write our names? Like, can we just print them, or do we have to sign?
Oh, just printing will be fine. This is just
Okay.
a proposal. It's not actually a binding document of any sort.
so stupid question. Is there any way I could make an insight check on him to see, like, if he has any ulterior motive for us having us sign this, etc.?
Yeah, just
Put our
insight.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but I just wanted to, like, specify in case. 21?
21.
Can I also insight check that? Because I'm leery of anything that resembles a contract.
Misa would also like to insight check if that's okay.
That I
Yeah,
can
absolutely.
trust.
All of you can go for it.
Oh god, I rolled trash.
She doesn't know shit.
I This seems perfectly fine. It's probably nothing. I got a 12.
Misa's main concern is if she can write in common.
That is true. That's what you're most worried about. Tiska, you're searching the wording of this, but the page is mostly blank. It's mostly stuff that you guys have to write in, so you're really scrutinizing what you can find, but you can't find a whole lot. Temp, you look over this, and you look up at Ruvain, and as far as you can tell, he doesn't appear to hold any sort of smugness to him that would indicate that he is,
He's up to some no good bullshit.
Yeah, precisely. Is there anything illusory in this office? Can you int check? You can try. You can certainly try.
We're all just immediately... As soon as I mention insight, we're all just immediately suspicious, huh?
Oh no,
I'm totally suspicious, to be fair. I keep forgetting that insight checks exist.
I mean,
We walked into the building suspicious for good reason.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
You take a glance around, and you don't really see much that would look to be illusory. No, everything here seems to be real. No hidden doors, no secret walls.
Heck.
No secret floor. Just a real floor. And Ruvain looks over you and he says, if you'd like some time to complete this, you're more than welcome to take it.
That would be great, actually, because then we can get all the wording appropriate for your files and ours.
Of course. I would be happy to allow you to take as much time as you'd like out in the lobby, perhaps confer with the other members of your party who are not present. I assume they're on board your ship. Or perhaps still lost in the bathrooms.
Misa just...
What was it you said? Distress. Regardless.
Mildly suspicious there.
By all means.
Oh, no, that wasn't in character, sorry.
So, just let Jasmine know when you're done.